Happy Homebrew Wednesday, folks. Ryan Murphy here. Drink a little homebrew. That's right. Got the garbage porter here. Look at that. It had a nice head on it, but of course, getting the camera set up, kind of lost it. But a lot of good lacing. I'm using my phone as a camera, so I can't really get in the light. A little chill haze to it, but geez, I wish I had a flashlight. Doing it from this angle, can't really tell how clear it is, but I have seen it other times I have drank it. Yes, I've drank this already, but it's pretty clear. That floating dip tube, it's the way to go. So it'll be interesting to see how the floating dip tube works when the keg gets low on beer. But anyway, let's give her a taste. You get the chocolate malt that's in there. Gives it a little bit of bitterness. But other than that, I mean, it's not bad. It's pretty good, actually. For a bunch of leftover grains, it's a pretty good beer. And whatever hops I had in the freezer, which were newer hops, I don't actually know how old they were, but I didn't have them very long. They were on sale, so I bought those. But it's a good beer. So I don't have a whole lot this week, but got my next 3 brews lined up I'm going to do. I'm just waiting for a keg to get empty because I need to move some beer around before I brew again. But I'm prepared nonetheless. I have the Rogue Oatmeal Stout kit from Brewcraft. I can't remember what it is. Shakespeare Stout, I believe is what it's called. It's an extract kit. Has some candied sugar in it, so that's kind of cool. It looks like these sugar chunks. I can't remember if I've done a video off showing that off or not, but I bought some Pac-Man yeast to go with it, that's the yeast that Rogue uses in a lot of their beers. So Y Yeast sells that now, so I bought that with it. And the kit itself came with some Mangrove Jack's American Ale yeast, I think. I think it's just their US 05. But anyway, so I just put the dry yeast in the fridge. And Pac-Man's in there too, but the dry yeast I'll probably just use for another brew. Let's take a look at what I got today, though. These will be the next 2 brews after that. Although I might do an all grain, then do the Shakespeare Stout, and then do the second one of these. When I said do in all grain, I mean one of these kits. First thing, let's see what we got. Some Great Western California Select Malt. Some 2L California grown barley. Just a pound of 2-row, I guess. Ooh, this one's kind of vacuum sealed. It kind of didn't really. All right, this one's kind of vacuum sealed. It's another pound. I haven't really bought grains or bought recipes before. This came from morebeer.com. I don't think I've bought recipes from them before unless it was like a brewer's best, maybe. So this will be kind of interesting. I guess I've just bought parts and maybe individual ingredients. We have the Obsession IPA flavor pack. We'll open this up and look at it in just a moment. 5 pounds of 2-row. Normally I'm used to places just giving you, you know, a bag of all the grains already mixed together and it's just tied up, but they ooh, and this is some Viking Extra Pale 2-row, 10 pounds of that. And another pound of the American 2-row. Alright, so we're gonna just and some Safale. Oh, just say Safale. Safale S33. I thought these were S33 was labeled as Saf Brew, but nope. S33. It's a, I believe it's considered a Belgian brewing yeast. A little hint what's coming up. Let's see. Let's go with, oh, and the Belgian Pale Ale flavor pack. So, what comes in the flavor pack? I'm going to open this just because it hops in and I want to get them in the fridge so that they last a little longer in case I don't get to this right away. I wish I would have just used a Ziploc, but they sealed the bag. Alright. So I've been wanting to do a Belgian beer for a while. So I went on to More Beer and decided to, their kit of the week was the Belgian Pale Ale, so I ordered it along with this Obsession IPA. So in their kits, along with all those grains, I'll have to figure out what grains go with what. They give you some dextrose, I'm assuming for bottling. You of course get a yeast, and I think you can have the option of not getting the yeast if you already have the yeast. I don't have any of this yeast. I've never used this type of yeast before, so we're going to use it. So got some Mount Hood pellet hops, some Pearl pellet hops. I've also heard Perle. Some more corn sugar. Actually, this recipe I think uses 8 ounces of corn sugar in the recipe. So they just gave us 2 4-ounce packages for that. And I'm kind of remembering this now. Some Whirlflock. I don't think this is an option. I think they just throw this in for you. It's pretty nice. I usually keep my own, but that's cool. Don't have to use my own. Some Special B, which looks like it's pre-milled. So I'm guessing they use the same specialty grades for their extract kits. So they don't really change up a lot, so they just throw in the same thing, which personally I like to mill my own grains, but that's all right. We can work with this. Some Munich malt. Caramel Munich malt 60L. And some Carapils, 8 ounces of Carapils. And so this recipe, this is something cool to do. You can buy a special tap handle, and then you can cut this out and slide it right in. It fits right in their tap handle, so you know what you have on tap. Yeah, especially malts are the same between extract and all grain. Looks like this is using 10 pounds of 2-row, so it must just be that one 10-pound bag that we use. Although, it's a 10-pound bag. Oh yeah, what was the other stuff? The other stuff was a little different, but yeah, so 8 ounces Carapils, 4 ounces of Cara Munich, and 4 ounces of Special B. So I will put the rest of these back together, at least keep these other ingredients together that don't go in the fridge. Along with the recipe here. I did think about buying their tap handle, but I kind of want to see how big they were first. See if maybe I can find a measurement somewhere. Because if you don't have the inserts, you could obviously make your own insert. But it's also a chalkboard, so you could just write what beer you have in there if it's not one of theirs. All right, I got the Obsession IPA. This is supposed to be, well, in the name Session IPA, Obsession. All right, so it is I think it's supposed to be a 5% ABV. So let's take a look at what we get in there. Oops, I forgot to put the corn sugar in there. We have some Centennial. Ooh, another Whirlflock tablet. More Centennial. Centennial is pretty good hop. I like it. 1/3 ounce of Centennial. 1/4 ounce of Centennial. Holy smokes, this is a lot of Centennial for the size of the beer. Some Warrior hops. This is only 1/2 ounce, I think. Yeah, I believe this is the bittering edition. Some Simcoe hops. So we got a good amount of hops. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 5.5 ounces for a 5% beer. Should be pretty good. 2 4-ounce pouches of corn sugar, which I'm not sure that I need. Some white wheat malt. 1 pound of that. Some Crystal 15, 8 ounces of that. And, oops, I think I just the sugar that I already pulled out. And 4 ounces of acidulated malt, which I've never used that before. So, we'll put those back in there. This is using 8 pounds of 2-row. So there must have been a 5-pound bag of malt that we pulled out. That must have been, I thought there was some weird Viking malt or something we had pulled out of there. That must have been 5 pounds. And then there was 2 pounds of 2-row, right? Does that sound right? I'm gonna go for that. Let's see here. Put this back in there too, so we remember to use it. Oh, we had a 5-pound bag of just 2-row. The 10-pound bag was Viking 2-row. Is a European 2-row as opposed to this American 2-row. So the American 2-row is going into our session IPA, our Obsession IPA. So that's pretty neat. There should be some good beers. I like to have lighter beers on tap. Don't like Bud Light, but something that's not 8.5% like the Zypho Summit IPA I have in there now. So it'd be nice to get these brewed up. I still have an American Pale Ale sitting in the fermenter waiting for the keg to open, and the White House Honey Porter. So I'm working my way down. Look at all these hops I got sitting on my table here. Just in one order. Good Lord. Sorry. Yeah, so once I get a keg open, the APA will go in, and then once the second keg is open, we'll put the honey porter in. And probably once one of those kegs opens up, I'll brew one of these all grain kits. Which one? I would think I might do the Belgian Pale. I think that'd be a good one to do. Because I'll have a Pale Ale on tap, and I'll have a Belgian Pale Ale. Well, I guess I'll have the honey porter when I have the APA on. So I'll have a honey porter and a Belgian Pale Ale. That would be kind of a weird combination, but very kind of polar opposites almost, if you will. So anyway, like I said, didn't have a lot for you this week, folks. Cheers, 17. We'll catch you next time. I'm out.